Hey guys, this is going to be our first video, and it's kind of a basic video, but one that a lot of people I know struggle with, have questions about. They want to raise moths. Start with Cecropia moths, for instance, largest moth in America, kind of the fitting species to start with. People want to raise them. They want to figure out how to get eggs from a moth, how to get it to mate before getting the eggs so the eggs are fertile. Well, what we're going to do today is going to show you how to tie out a female moth, which is recently hatched from a cocoon, meaning within the last few hours or within the last day, and potentially have a male moth attracted by the female's pheromones and ultimately mate with the female moth and give you the opportunity to have the female moth lay fertile eggs and raise caterpillars. In this case, it would be Cecropia caterpillars. A few things to think about. First of all, if you just take the moth, put it outside on a tree or on the side of your house, good chance it'll fly away. The other issue is predation. Some birds, squirrels, other types of rodents just love eating moths. And as soon as I've witnessed them even eating moths that were ones I were tying out to mate, moths that have come to a light behind my house, whatever the case. So I want to keep the moth safe, want to give it the opportunity to mate, so you got the best chance of getting some fertilized eggs. Two ways to tie out a female moth, and these are two basic ways. There's some other variations like crossing the string, like kind of an X pattern across the thorax, but these are more simple ways, and I find they work pretty well. What you do, and we'll do the simplest way on the first moth here. I'll see if I can move my camera a little bit. Hope it won't fall, since I don't have a helper. Being my first video, I think I'm going to have to hire a helper. I don't know. Somebody who wants to be a helper anyway. What I do is I put any kind of heavy object on top of the wings, have the wings folded so you can actually work with the moth a little bit, and take the string, and what you'll want to do is start by making a very simple knot, just going once like that, tying it once, and putting it between the abdomen, sliding it up from the posterior end of the abdomen right to where the abdomen meets the thorax, and then you can put another knot here, tie it, and not too tight, by the way. I'll admit, I've done that too tight, and your hand kind of slips, and it literally strangles the moth in a sense, and destroys the abdomen, and the moth is basically just will die. So to do it, it needs to be snug but also gentle. So there's our first moth, okay, and I can hold this one up to our camera here. As you can see, the string is around the abdomen. I always have the knot on the side here. If you are trying to tie the lower, bottom part of the moth here, a lot of times you get the legs caught in the knot. It's not always terrible, but sometimes it really seems to annoy the moth, and it'll keep struggling. So this gives it a good opportunity. You can hang on to a branch, okay? And what I always do, but this, like I said, this is my first video, and kind of forgetting my scissors inside. What I will do is snip this end of the string off right here, so the moth has really an opportunity to, like I said, to climb, hang on, and not have anything in the way. It will also, it won't obstruct any of, the male moth attempting to mate with the female. So we can leave this moth aside right here. Okay. And okay, I thought I was going to have them both at the same time. That's why I brought out the two wrenches. I just needed any heavy material object. But what I will do is we'll put this one here so it's closer. Okay, oops, and the wings kind of got out of whack here. Sometimes you kind of have to maneuver the wings a little bit. All right, and okay, we'll do this one different, actually. You know what? What I'll do, I'm thinking of, because I'm so used to, I always do the basic way of tying, like the first female hair, just tying it between the abdomen and thorax. But this method here is different. What you're going to do is basically put the string between the forewing and hindwing right in this groove here. Oops. And what it will do is go across the thorax, kind of the lower end of the thorax, and it's the belief is it gives the moth, or gives the person, I should say, less chance of the moth getting away. And what I'll do is I can show you, just kind of put it in this groove here between the wings, okay? And we can put her down here, use our, bring this string over here like so, okay? And I know if you damage the wings a little bit, it's not terrible, but you know what, I like to try not to injure the moth, and oops. And also, you know, I might have it lay a few eggs and let the moth go, so it'll help contribute to the local population. I mean, that's, to me, is really the most important thing. As much as I have a passion for insects and raising insects, I really believe in keeping our populations as secure as we can. So you just do the same thing as we did in the previous one. Try to be careful, like I mentioned, not to catch the legs. Oops. And there we go. That one leg was under, but we got it. Oops, our other friend is moving around there, but we won't let her distract us. And I'll do the same thing. Make sure this leg kind of gets out of the string there, and tie her so you can see the string is right across the thorax, right there, that extra little white stripe. And one word of caution also, I know I kind of just left the moths right here on my the little cement wall here without having them in a cage or attached to anything, but be careful, because sometimes I've already put down moths, and if it's warm out or they've already warmed their wings up, they'll just fly away. And if they're sitting here and you start to see, these moths are pretty chill right here, as you can see, but if you start to see them shivering, that's warming up the muscles of their wings, and they're ready to take flight. Okay, so here we go. We have our first female, which was tied in the conventional way across the area between the abdomen and the thorax. And our second moth, oops, I messed up. That was this one here, tied between the abdomen and the thorax. And our other female was tied across the thorax between the forewings and hind wings, as you can see. And careful not to obstruct the legs. Okay, and we will tie our friends out tonight and hope we can attract some male moths tomorrow. We'll get back and see what's up tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow. I'll try to get to the video as soon as I can. Well, I know that was a very primitive video, but hopefully it gave you an idea of how to tie out moths and a little bit about the process of keeping them safe. And I'm going to go into that a little bit more tomorrow.